In this video, I print a large and complex model with the Jupiter SE resin 3D printer from Elegoo. It is absolutely huge and still has a high accuracy, which makes it perfect for printing large, detailed objects in one piece. But first, I need a suitable object. And what could be more suitable than something that is, or in this case was, simply huge in real life? After a quick search, I found this 3D model. It is perfect and, apart from the outrageous tongue, it looks quite realistic. The Jupiter SE has a print volume of 278 x 156 x 300 mm, and I want to use it completely with this print. With the scaling of 200%, it has almost reached the maximum print height, and all parts, including the base, still fit on the print bed. As I want to paint the finished model, I set the layer height to 0.02 mm in order to preserve all the details as well as possible. The Jupiter SE can also print layer heights from just 0.01 mm, but that would be overkill for this project and would only needlessly extend the printing time, which is already more than 37 hours. And now I prepare the Jupiter SE for printing. First, the print bed needs to be leveled. For leveling, the 4 screws on the print bed have to be loosened so that it can move freely. In the 0 position, I press the plate down onto the leveling paper with one hand and tighten the screws again with the other. This ensures that the inclination of the print bed is automatically adjusted to the LCD screen, and the distance between the LCD and the print bed is set to the thickness of the paper. The resin vat holds more than 1.7 liters of resin, which is more than enough for most projects. For projects that require even more resin, a pump is also included in the scope of delivery. It automatically pumps more resin into the vat as soon as the resin level falls below a certain level. But even if you are printing smaller projects, the pump is very practical, as it can also pump the resin back into the bottle. Before I print the Quetzalcoatlus, I calibrate the exposure time to adjust it to the resin I am using. Otherwise, small details become blurred when overexposed or are not properly defined when underexposed. The standard setting of 1.5 seconds was a bit too long. A new attempt with 1.1 seconds produced better results. This means it's finally time to start the big project. The print ran absolutely flawlessly. After printing, the first thing to do is to wash off the excess resin. After that, the supports can be removed. Normally this is not a problem as long as the supports are correctly sized. However, I scaled the pre-supported file by 200% and thus also the supports themselves. They became far too bulky and stable. But I was able to soften the supports with warm water and remove them relatively easily. And now the model just needs to be cured. The result is already very impressive, but it only becomes epic after I've painted it. This flying reptile looks like a high-quality injection molded model. Resin 3D printer take this hobby definitely to a next level. However, the Jupiter SE is not only suitable for large objects, you can also completely fill its print bed with a whole squad of miniatures and print them with perfect quality that can definitely keep up with store-bought miniatures. In my opinion, the quality is even better as the typical injection molded seam does not appear in 3D printing. And with the proper anti-aliasing settings, you won't see any layer steps either. I had no problems with the Jupiter SE from Elegoo during the test and had a lot of fun with it. The price is surprisingly low for such a large resin 3D printer, which is why I can definitely overlook minor issues such as the missing Wi-Fi module. If you are interested in it, you will find the link to the official Elegoo store in the video description.